Martin Flavors gains international TV exposure. Afro-Caribbean students hold slavery dialogue in schools. But first, Central Bank warns of counterfeit notes circulation. This is Martin Daily News for Thursday, June 22nd, with a synopsis of local, national, regional, and international news. I'm Andrew Dick. Welcome and thank you for joining us. The Central Bank of Curaçao and St. Martin, the CBCS, has identified counterfeit 50 guilders and 100 guilder notes in circulation. While the fake 50 guilder bills are easily distinguishable due to their poor quality, the counterfeit 100 guilder notes are of high quality, making them difficult to spot. The Central Bank has provided detailed characteristics to help identify counterfeit banknotes, such as difference in paper, texture, shadow watermark, alignment of letters, tactile ink layers, foil color, and more. The CBCS urges the public, especially businesses, to be vigilant and report any suspicions to the police. And counterfeit money carries as well penalties, and the Central Bank website offers information on an educational video on the banknote security features.
In our sophisticated world, swindlers are increasingly producing better counterfeit money. Can you guess which of these individuals is offering counterfeit bills? Watch till the end to find out. Avoid accepting counterfeit bills by looking for the following security features. Pay attention. Each valid bill has a different serial number. A raised tactile ink layer is incorporated in several parts of the front of the bill. Pearl-like dots, or so-called planchettes, change color when observed under varying angles. They remain dull on copies. The shaded watermark has a gradual change of lighter and darker tints when held up against light. Besides the randomly positioned fine black fibers on the front and back, some luminescent fibers are visible under ultraviolet light too. When holding the bill up to light, the letters N and A align perfectly. On counterfeit bills, they rarely match. The pearly ink on the front side gives an iridescent effect. Under angled light, a shiny gold-colored pattern becomes visible. The gold-colored foil is printed over with black and colored patterns. This foil turns out black on color copies. The small print can be read with the naked eye or by using a magnifying glass. In counterfeit bills, the smallest print is usually unreadable. When a money marker is used to mark genuine bills, the mark will be colorless. On fake bills, it creates a black stain. These are the security features to look for. As to the question, which of these individuals is offering counterfeit bills? All of them. Actually, all three are innocent persons acting a part. However, the point we make is very real. Swindlers, you cannot identify by their looks. Counterfeit money, you can. Notify the police as soon as possible if you think that the banknote has been counterfeited. This message is brought to you by the only institution that can lawfully issue coins and bills in Curaçao and St. Martin, the Centrale Bank van Curaçao and St. Martin.
Tropical storm depression number 4 formed on Thursday and is located more than 1,000 miles east of the Lesser Antilles. The number 4 storm is expected to become a tropical storm Thursday night or Friday morning and will be named Cindy. The system is expected to remain well east of the northern Leeward Islands, where St. Martin is located, through early next week. Fire Chief and National Disaster Coordinator of the Office of Disaster Management, ODM, Clive Richardson, is calling on residents and the business community to remain vigilant and continue to monitor local weather reports from the Met Department of St. Martin. Of course, you can go to their website at meteosxm.com or visit their social media pages. In other news, the Caribbean Guilder project team of the Central Bank of Curaçao and St. Martin presenting their plans of introducing the Caribbean Guilder to the Social Economic Council SER of Curaçao. The new currency is expected to be implemented in the third quarter of 2024, and the presentation aimed to ensure transparency, engage social partners, and promote inclusiveness and sustainable economic growth. According to the central bank, the official currency of the countries will be the Caribbean guilder, and the central bank holds the authority to determine official exchange rates for foreign currency considering the value of the Caribbean guilder. In other news, the Minister of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, Omar Otley, visited the Simata Medical Center last month to have discussions with the management and FINSO representatives about matters related to the timelines and the progress of the construction of the new St. Martin General Hospital. The contractor informed the Minister, Otley, that a number of workers working at the site has increased and a timeline of completion is set for 2025.
Also, as it pertains to the General Hospital, my next meeting is scheduled in mid-July. When I was there, they presented me a schedule. So the contract aspect has been finalized. There was some design aspect now that the medical center, the hospital, had to submit to the designer. That part I have not received an update on, but since I have been told that 2 new contractors have been added. I'm trying to turn this way so I can see Andrew. Yeah, 2 new contractors have been added, so they should increase the workforce. And like stated, my next update will be in July. So my last meeting was the final design basis because there were some alters to the design that St. Martin Medical Center had to submit. Okay, so I'll be able to update you more on our next meeting. But until then, a presentation was given to me on the amount of persons that were there prior to the 4th Amendment signing, which was 20 some odd persons, 24, 25. Now, since then, we have increased to 50 persons, including management, 50 plus work personnel, and it is expected, and I will say this publicly because they told it to me, so I'll hold it to them. It is expected by September, October to have the highest amount between 150 persons to 150 to 180 persons on the site based on the scheduling.
Thank you, Minister Otley, and thank you, Andrew.
Also, very sorry if I may like
Ms.
that.
Otley?
Also, very important to note there were some unforeseens in relations where they had to have some mediations between them and the fire department as pertaining to the wall and the drainage, in which that caused a bit of delay, in which then the medical center said that they would then take up the cost, and then there were also some wiring along that in which they had to wait and get permission from Jibby. So all of these were aspects that before. But if you go now, you will see that since that has been taken up, the progress on the wall and the work alongside the fire department has commenced. So I just wanted to notify that I'm trying to, as I go, whatever was brought to me, I'm bringing to the media.
Stay tuned. St. Martin Daily News continues right after this.
At SXM, we're taking travel and tourism to new heights. Here we boast spacious check-in areas, 10 passport control points, comfortable departure lounges, and finally, there's an airport in the Caribbean that takes your travel plans as seriously as you do. Princess Juliana International Airport.
During the hurricane season, a potential tropical cyclone can produce rainfall that can cause flash flooding and rockfalls. Stay away from flood-prone areas during heavy rainfall, such as Jump Up Casino on Emma Plain Road in Phillipsburg, ATLH Road Roundabout, L.B. Scott Road from Emilio Wilson Park until Cake House Supermarket, Zakers Gut from Petro Plus Gas Station until the Seventh-day Adventist Church, Welkalaken Road K Hill from Welkalaken Road Roundabout until the Wantete Loke Roundabout, Beacon Hill Road from Sunset Bar and Grill until the beginning of White Sands Road, and Rhine Road, also known as Mullet Bay Road, after Sonesto Maho Beach Hotel to the entrance of Kupakoi from the intersection of the University Drive until the intersection of Rio Grande. For more information on how you can keep yourself and your family safe this hurricane season, visit stmartingolf.org/hurricane. This public service announcement is brought to you by the government of St. Martin.
Mealtime rules. don't serve yourself first. Do not eat with your mouth open. Don't rest your elbows on the table. Don't make noise when eating. Does not apply when enjoying KFC buckets. When we bucket together, we are as we really are.
Welcome back to St. Martin Daily News. Utility company GEBE's water operations team worked through the night to repair a water leak near the Sundal School, which was reported on June the 19th. The main line break caused low or no water pressure for some residents and businesses in Phillipsburg area. GEBE worked through 5 a.m. on June the 20th to fix the leak and ensure water access for the affected areas. The company expressed gratitude to the community for their patience and their understanding during the repair process. The St. Martin Hospitality and Trade Association launched the St. Martin Flavors Appetizers Week on June the 15th, serving as a teaser for the St. Martin's upcoming Culinary Month in November. The event was organized by the St. Martin Tourist Bureau and the Diamond PR gathered media coverage in various U.S. cities on the Dutch television channel RTL4. The week offered a sneak preview of signature dishes available during the Prix Fine Dine Around month in November, aimed at enticing travelers to plan ahead. Many local celebrities and businesses supported the cause, including King Purse, Mighty Dow, G-Money, and the Caribbean Liquor and Tobacco Company. Local exposure continued through specials in the Daily Herald, and an auction was held at the stmartinflavors.com to support the next culinary team representing St. Martin. Several restaurants participated in the event, offering special menus at discounted prices.
Welcome to St. Martin, where the flavors are as diverse as the island itself. Come try out St. Martin's culinary variety at St. Martin Flavors Appetizer Week from June 15th to 24th, 2023. During this week-long event, you'll get to experience the best of St. Martin's cuisine. Sip on refreshing cocktails and indulge in pre-fixed menus. Savor the island's unique flavors. Whether you're looking for a new experience or enjoy signature dishes of your all-time favorites, it can all happen during St. Martin Flavors Appetizer Week. Make sure to be part of it, gather your friends, and get ready to experience St. Martin Flavors from June 15th through 24th.
Students and young professionals from the Afro-Caribbean community in the Netherlands gathered at the Hogeschool Rotterdam for the first 4 dialogue sessions to discuss the lasting impact of slavery in Rotterdam. Participants engaged in a lively debate, voicing their views and posing questions to the Minister of Education, Culture and Science, Robert De Graaf, and the State Secretary of Kingdom Relations and Digitalization, Alexander van Heuvelen. The event, organized by the Easy Solutions, Nederland Wordt Better, and the Black Archives, aimed to address contemporary racism and discrimination within the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Artists including spoken word performers and a taboo band added artistic elements to the session. Concrete proposals were put forth, such as revising the historical and literary canon, appointing a minister with Afro-Caribbean heritage, and in embracing digitalization. The discussion also touched upon reparations, with officials expressing the willingness to contribute to the development of affected countries, but ruling out reparations to individuals. Both officials expressed hope for progress and emphasized the need to continue dialogue and collaboration to bring out lasting change. Speaking about change, the Be the Change Foundation has recently expanded its At Color Be St. Martin Phillipsburg Art Walk project with the addition of 2 new murals. The initiative aims to enhance the beauty and diversity of Phillipsburg. St. Martin, on mural titled The Lion King and created by artist Bermika Mitchell, pays homage to the African king Sudata Kita, highlighting Black history and challenging stereotypes. Another mural featuring the brown pelican and yellow sage was commissioned for the 2023 royal visit, with Princess Amelia contributing to its completion. Be the Change Foundation expresses gratitude to all those involved.
I like creating things that other people can relate to.
Art gives me access to parts of myself that words cannot describe. Art and mental health go hand in hand for me.
I always like painting, mostly because with painting, the colors speak, so you feel it more.
Painting, it relaxes my mind because it's just me and the paint, and we just continue and it just flows.
You know, sometimes you could be so upset, and then from the time you start drawing or painting or something, it's always like this, almost like a trance, you know, like you start painting, you block out everything.
There's something about teaching art is that you're stimulating creativity, which I think is vital. It's vital in society.
I love life. I love enjoying life. I love people. I love socializing. When I'm creating something, it's like an expression of who I am.
I think a lot before I create because I'm worried about transmitting something. You can really bring out emotion in people and make the world prettier sometimes.
You can't always say what you feel to everyone around you, so the sketchbook was like kind of my shoulder to lean on. So whenever I felt like down or even happy, it could be like happy moments too, I would just take my sketchbook and draw in it.
I feel hungry when it comes to creating art. I just want to create to keep my creativity flowing. I crave for it.
Art is important for me as an way of expression.
The way I feel about art is that it's the last form of magic. No boundaries, no limits, totally wild and free. And I think as an artist, the goal, at least my goal, is like to get whatever is in my mind, in my soul, to get that out so other people can see it.
And now let's take a look at your weather report. Weak instability and lingering moisture associated with a tropical wave will cause cloudy periods and isolated showers across the region. Sea conditions are predicted to peak at 6 feet during the forecast period. However, a gradual deterioration is expected as the week progresses. Now, your 3-day forecast. This is the Martin Daily News. More news when we come back.
It's hurricane season. Are you prepared? Here are a few tips to keep in mind to help keep you and your family safe. The Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th, with the peak occurring between mid-August and late October. This hurricane season, be sure to put together a go bag, a disaster supply kit including a flashlight, batteries, cash, first aid and supplies, medications, and copies of your critical information if you need to evacuate. This public service announcement was brought to you by the government of St. Martin.
At SXM, we're taking travel and tourism to new heights. Here we boast spacious check-in areas, 10 passport control points, comfortable departure lounges, and finally, there's an airport in the Caribbean that takes your travel plans as seriously as you do. Princess Juliana International Airport.
Welcome back to St. Martin Daily News. Dutch State Secretary Alexander van Heuvelen will visit St. Martin, St. Eustatius, and Saba on July 1st to commemorate Emancipation Day. During her visit, State Secretary... Welcome back to St. Martin Daily News. Dutch State Secretary Alexander van Heuvelen will visit St. Martin, St. Eustatius, and Saba on July 1st to commemorate Emancipation Day. During her visit, State Secretary van Heuvelen will attend events in the morning in St. Martin, in the afternoon in Saba, and in the evening in St. Eustatius. Other members of the Dutch government will attend ceremonies in different Dutch Caribbean islands and Suriname. Prime Minister Mark Rutte and King Willem-Alexander will be present at the national commemoration in Amsterdam, where the king is expected to apologize for the slavery past. This follows Rutte's apology made in December last year, which was accompanied by government officials visiting the islands to discuss the slavery past with the local populations. U.S. District Judge Alan Cannon has set an initial trial date on August 14 in Florida for former President Donald Trump. Federal charges of willful retention of classified government records and obstruction of justice, according to the court order on Tuesday. Zach Coleman with this report.
Former U.S. President Donald Trump's trial on federal charges he illegally retained top-secret documents and obstructed justice has been set to begin on August 14th. That date, just 55 days away, was set on Tuesday by the federal judge overseeing the trial.
My office will seek a speedy trial in this matter, consistent with the public interest and the rights of the accused.
Special counsel Jack Smith said he would aim for a speedy trial when he announced the 37-count indictment of Trump. If that August 14th date holds, it would put Trump on trial 9 days ahead of the first Republican presidential primary debate. But the actual start is likely to be pushed back. One former federal prosecutor told Reuters that handling highly classified information can slow a case down because of both the procedural law and the security measures involved. Challenges by Trump's legal team to the government's pretrial motions are also expected, which could lead to a trial that is anything but speedy. A spokesperson for Smith's office declined to comment, while Trump's lawyers did not immediately return requests for comment. The latest order came after a U.S. judge on Monday ordered Trump's defense lawyers not to release evidence in the classified documents case to the media or the public, according to a court filing. The order from U.S. Magistrate Judge Bruce Reinhart also put strict conditions on Trump's access to the materials.
I had every right to have these documents.
Trump was arraigned in federal court in Miami last Tuesday, during which he pleaded not guilty to charges he unlawfully kept national security documents when he left office and prevented officials from recovering them.
As reported earlier this week, rescuers have been exerting all efforts to locate a tourist submersible that disappeared while exploring the Titanic wreck in the North Atlantic. The 5 passengers aboard the Ocean Gate Titan sub that went missing did not survive, the company said on Thursday. The U.S. Coast Guard said the sub experienced a catastrophic loss of the pressure chamber, and debris found during their search was consistent with the catastrophic implosion of the vessel.
This morning, an ROV, or remote-operated vehicle, from the vessel Horizon Arctic discovered the tail cone of the Titan submersible approximately 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic on the seafloor. The ROV subsequently found additional debris. In consultation with experts from within the Unified Command, the debris is consistent with the catastrophic loss of the pressure chamber. Upon this determination, we immediately notified the families. On behalf of the United States Coast Guard and the entire Unified Command, I offer my deepest condolences to the families.
With that, we conclude St. Martin Daily News for Thursday, June 22nd, 2023. I'm Andrick on behalf of the St. Martin Daily News team. Thanks for watching.